finished about 500, missed the conference championship in one game. Graduated. How's it feel? Probably. What is up, everybody? I am here, Travis Berardi, the OH Report at North Central Ohio Media Group headquarters. I had to read it because I forgot about it for a second. Here in Bucyrus, WQEL, WBCO, and Crawford County now. And like I said, I am the OH Report's Travis Berardi. Today's episode of the Coach's Corner brought to you by Pizza Hut of Bucyrus and Galion. No one out Pizza Hut like the Pizza Hut in Bucyrus and Galion. I just tried the New York style pizza they had. It is very, very good. With us today, Colonel Crawford. First, we're going to have the volleyball team, then the football team. So let's introduce you to the volleyball team. First off, head coach Jamie Valentine. How are you doing today, Coach?
I'm good, thank you.
Awesome. It's awesome. Ella Agee, the junior setter. How are you, Ella?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. And Cam Powers, the senior middle hitter, the only senior on the squad. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Coach, I don't think did we have you on last year?
This has
First time?
been my first time here in this establishment here.
Okay, well then introduce yourself to everybody watching on the OH Report for the first time. Where'd you go to school? Did you play volleyball? When did you get into coaching volleyball?
Graduated from Galion, and I started coaching when I was actually 19 in middle school, and was down in the middle school for a few years and came up to the high school as an assistant, and then took over the high school program at Galion. I coached there for probably 14, 15 years. Left in 2020 and took a couple years off, missed it quite a bit, and the position opened up at Crawford, and came on back.
And you had some really good Galion squads as well back in the day.
Yeah.
Colonel Crawford this year, not the best of starts, 1-4, 0-2 in the more than 10. But what have you seen from your squad so far this season? But the positives so far. We're only early on in the season as well.
Yeah. Well, just looking from where we started last year as my first year and then into this year, the girls have made huge strides. I can't say enough about how hard they've worked, and just listening to things that, the coaching staff tells them. They have really grown tremendously, even just from one season. So we're young, and we're still developing. Of course, we have one senior this year, and so it's we're a little up and down with the consistency, but like I said, we actually last night for the first time played Buckeye Central at home, and it was a pretty good match. First set we lost 26-24, but we had some good things happen. Excited to see. It was kind of one of those turning points where you look and you realize that there's excited about how far they've come. And so that's something that we can build on definitely moving forward.
Yeah, and it's early on. You never know. A set like that motivation could help you guys out, especially moving on here. And you're going to see these teams again one more time as well.
Right.
So it's a little, just a reminder of what you guys can do. Cam talked about you're the only senior on the squad. What's that like? I know most squads, they have 1, 2, 3 seniors on a team, but you're the one that everybody looks up to. Just what's that like?
It has its ups and downs. A lot of the younger girls look up to me as their leader, so that's definitely something that's very new to me because I've never really had to do that before. I was the only junior last year, so I didn't think I would have to step up and be a leader the following year, but I think I've done a really good job so far this year. Jamie has definitely held me accountable to my attitude and kind of my facial expressions and my body language, just to kind of be that leader and someone the younger girls look up to.
And what are some things that you want to emphasize to these girls before the season ends and you move on?
Just enjoy it. It's like a snap of my fingers. Volleyball went by so fast, and I'm not looking forward to the season ending.
Early on, I asked Coach this, but what do you like about your squad so far this season? And what's the ceiling for this team too? How far do you think you guys will be able to go once you get your feet underneath you?
I think we're going to be like really good this year. I understand some teams are going to be better than us, but that's just how sometimes it works. But I'm really proud of everybody on the team and how hard everybody's been working. Like Ella has been doing amazing. I give a lot of credit to her, and I give a lot of credit to all the freshmen that play. We have, 3 freshmen on the team? 4 freshmen on the team, and they are all doing so good.
It's great. Ella, what have you learned from Cam so far?
Cameron just helps us keep our heads up on the court. She's a big leader for us. And I know a lot of the younger teams, like the JV people, they look up to her.
And, you're a junior now. The last couple years, what have you gotten better at as you've gotten more playing time at Colonel Crawford?
Definitely watching to see if someone's like tipping or hitting, because I used to be very bad and like slow at reading that. I've gotten better, but I still have stuff to work on. And my sets, I feel like, have improved.
Coach, only one senior, a lot of juniors, a lot of sophomores. Like you said, 4 freshmen on the team. You want to be successful this year. I know coaches, they want to win conference championships. You want to make it deep in the tournament run every year. But this is also an opportunity for you guys to get better for next year and the year after that. What just overall would you like to see from your squad as you move on to not only, maybe peak at the right time and make a tournament run, but then be ready for the summer and be ready for next year?
Right now, one of the biggest things that we have been talking about every single day and just kind of reflecting on after games is making each other better and learning how to actually be a team. So I feel like right now we're still in the foundation stages of, what it is to build a team and a program that's going to, withstand years. And I think one of the biggest struggles is going from being an individual to playing for the person next to you. Mm-hmm. So being that person that helps make someone else better on the court. So that's what we've been kind of preaching right now and building on. And like I said last night, we saw some sparks of that, which was exciting to see. We also, being so young, we are, like I had said, up and down. So maintaining, kind of not getting too high, not getting too low, because I feel like after you have like a lot of intensity, you kind of have a letdown in the next set. So just kind of maintaining a certain level of momentum. So we're like I said, we're still in those kind of building stages and laying that foundation. But that's kind of really my hope for this year is every single time we go out on the floor, we improve and we make each other better.
Mm-hmm. And Cam, being a senior, you've gone through a lot. Crawford's been in some big matches over the last 4 years, things like that. How do you control your emotions that way if you say, you give up a 4-5-0 run to try and bounce back and, try and save a set? Because I know sometimes if you let something slide, it moves into the next set, and then just like that, you're down 0-2, and you might get swept when it could be a match where if one thing goes your way, you could win it.
I rely on others. I know sometimes I'm not the best handling my emotions, and I often get in my head sometimes, so I rely on a lot of the other teammates to kind of help me up and cheer each other on and everything. So,
all right, you guys ready for a game?
yes.
It's an easier part of the episode for you guys, but we're going to start off with 10 spin. If you've watched last year, each participant will have 3 turns, and you'll just say stop. On the screen right now is a number generator between 1 and 10. When it stops, if it's number 1, I ask you my question on number 1, but I'm not going to let you see what the questions are this year, so it's just going to be completely random. Then actually the boys will be doing this later on. But Cam, since you're the senior, I'll let you go first.
Okay.
To say stop whenever.
Okay. Stop.
Number 2, what movie star would play you in a movie?
Natalie Portman.
Why?
I feel like she always has clear skin, and I feel like I have clear skin most of the time.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right, I like the answer. Ella, we'll start the generator up now, and whenever you're ready, say stop.
Stop.
Yeah, it is the same one. We'll go again. Whenever you're ready.
Stop.
Number 1. Your least favorite subject in school is?
I don't like lunch. I just,
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. Going to lunch is not fun.
You don't
is
like
it is it bad food, or is
No,
it
it's
just
just
you just like to get, you don't like getting out of your rhythm of classes? Maybe.
Well, I just don't have like my friends all go to Pioneer, so I just have to sit with other people. It's just not as fun.
Gotcha.
It's not really a subject, Ella. You don't get graded for lunch.
I'd say
Oh, okay, flag.
social studies.
Social studies. Okay, I'll ask you this: what's your favorite subject in school?
Don't say
they're-
math.
I was gonna say math.
Dang it.
I like math.
You like math? Why?
I'm just good at it. It just comes naturally.
What do you want to do to further your education? What do you want to get into as a job?
I want to be a physical therapist for athletes.
Need math for that too. Yeah, I like it. All right, Coach, you're up. Whenever you're ready, say stop.
Stop.
Number 7. Oh, this is a good one. Yes. Give a sports hot take. And for people that don't know what a hot take is, it's an opinion that will trigger a lot of people.
Oh, no.
So give us a hot take, Coach, sports-wise. Yes, sports. I see. Yeah, sports-wise only, though.
A hot take for sports.
Uh-huh.
Well, obviously, being a volleyball coach, I'm going to say bad attitudes. I don't know. Is that what I'm supposed to?
So a hot take would be like Jordan's better than LeBron. Something like, that people are like, no, it doesn't. They start
Okay.
something like that.
Okay, sorry.
So
Yeah,
like
it's all right.
That must be a
Emmy's
social
mismatched
media.
shoes.
Okay. Well, yeah, so let's talk about what we were discussing earlier. So the hot take on my team is who has the coolest shoes. Me.
Uh-huh.
And so Cam's shoes are cooler than Emmy's.
Why? Gotta give me a little explanation for this now, since they're back. They're both here in the.
Oh,
in the
this.
studio.
So I have to believe this?
Well, I just,
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's your opinion.
Oh, okay. Well then, let's see. Well,
My shoes are the same colors.
then I'm gonna reverse it. I'm gonna say Emmy's shoes are cooler than Cam's
Are you serious?
because they're fluorescent
Okay.
and Cam's are pink.
All right, I'm gonna let you off the hook. We're good. We're good there. All right, Cam, your second turn around.
Oh my gosh.
Whenever you're ready, say stop.
Stop.
Number 3, the team we must beat this year is,
Winford.
and why?
Because last year when we played them, we were really close the first time we played them, and we should have had that set, but I think we let them go on a little run, and that's what caused them to win.
The old school Crawford fans like that too, because that's the rivalry
Yeah,
as
that's
well.
the
Gotta beat the
rivalry.
rivals. I like it. All right, Ella.
Stop.
Number 6. What is your favorite song of all time?
Oh
Oh,
gosh.
this should be good.
I like Zach Bryan a lot.
Which one? Which song? Any specific one?
I'd say 5th of May.
You want to know why I asked you which one it is? Because you got to sing a line from it.
Oh. I'm not a singer.
Okay. Well, I'll let you off this time.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Adam's, our producer, wants to hear you sing. So.
Come on, Ella.
Just like speak it. You don't have to sing it. Just say it.
Yeah, he usually just speaks
I'm
his
just
lines
thinking. I'm
anyway.
glad I didn't get that one.
I can't even think of a line. Hang on a second.
It's your favorite song, and you can't even think of the line.
I know a line, but it's weird, so I don't know if I want to say that.
All right, good. We're good.
Yeah.
We're good. Yeah, we're
I
good.
should probably skip that one.
All right. Let's get this rolling again. Coach, your turn.
Oh boy, I'm not liking these questions. Stop.
It's number 2, but I'm just going to move it to the closest one we haven't done yet, so it's number 4. If you could live in any decade, which would it be and why?
Why?
Well, I would have to say I'm going to go for the 70s.
Okay.
And just because I think I could, back in the day, I liked, looking at bell bottoms and
You want those to be in style again?
Yeah, yeah.
Disco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big hair. Well, I guess in the 70s it was kind of like bandanas and long hair, but yeah, I'd say probably that.
Just no Vietnam War, right?
Right,
Yeah,
right.
no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah. Oh, yeah,
Peace,
none of that
peace,
stuff.
everyone.
Only for like the fashion and
Yeah, the
that
the
kind of
pop
stuff.
culture.
Yeah.
Stuff
Right,
like that.
right.
I like it. Also, we got a special camera view this year. We have
no.
the Peanut Gallery cam. There's our 2 football players, and who else do we have with the volleyball
Emmy
team?
Powers.
Emmy Powers.
Go ahead
little
and introduce her.
little sis
That's my
of
little
Cam.
sister.
She's our freshman outside.
Give us a wave. You're on TV. Boys too.
She smiles
We'll be
a
seeing
lot.
the boys next. You'll be playing 10 spin as well. So just keep in mind that. All right, let's get back to our final round of 10 spin. Cam, momentarily we'll get this ready to go. And there we go. Stop whenever.
Stop.
Number 10. This could be a hot take, actually, but is a hot dog a sandwich?
No, it's not.
Is it a taco?
No,
Why?
because a taco has tortillas.
Okay. Why isn't it a sandwich? It's got 2 pieces of bread on each side.
This doesn't have it like on top.
You could twist it side. Some people decide, no?
No.
Okay.
What if you turn it?
That's why I say turn on its side.
Yeah.
It's up and down.
No?
That's how weird people eat their hot dogs if they like.
There's the hot take, folks, right there. We were able to get one.
Okay.
Okay. To each our own, I guess. Ella, whenever you're ready.
Stop.
Closest to number 2 is a good one, number 5. You got sing the alma mater. You getting both things today.
Oh,
so
gosh.
do you even know the alma mater? I should say.
I do not.
She does not.
I know
Does
the national anthem.
That's good. Would you like to sing the national anthem?
Oh, say, can you see?
All right.
Aw, I love
Hey,
it.
I like
Good
that.
job,
It was a good
Ella.
octave. It was good.
you.
I like that.
Good job.
Maybe we should get Coach Sheldon to have you sing before a boys basketball
Oh,
game.
gosh.
You listening, Coach? Should be ready to go. Coach, speaking of Coach, I'll give you, there's 2 questions left. One of them actually involves you, so I'll ask you the other question. Does pineapple belong on Pizza Hut pizza?
Yes.
Okay. Why?
As long as it's with ham.
Okay.
Oh
yes.
my
Yes. That's yeah.
I think that's a good combo. If you haven't tried it, it's good. It's a little sweet, salty. I say, put it out there.
You're gross.
And you can order ham and pineapple on your pizza at Pizza Hut of Bucyrus and Galion. I have the one that's left, and I'm going to let you both do this. Our final one was give your best impression of Coach.
Oh boy.
Wait, can I stand?
Yes, you can.
All right.
Just you have to like crouch down because
Okay,
of the
okay.
camera angle. But, yeah.
All right, this is her clipboard. Oh, wait, sorry.
There you go. There you go.
This is her clipboard.
There you go. There I see you.
When she gets mad, she'll be like, she just stomps like this. Or she stands like this. I can't.
Come on.
We have static cameras, so it's you could stand, but it's.
Hold on. Let's redo that in the peanut gallery.
Oh yeah, you go to the
Yes.
peanut gallery and do it.
Yes.
Yes,
Full screen camera.
I will give the
Or
play-by-play.
she'll also growl at people too.
Okay, we're on the peanut.
What is
back
going
up just a
on
little
here?
bit. There you go. Right by the chairs. You're good. Both on. There we go. This is what Coach does. And scene. Hopefully it didn't break. We need those.
A little
for our next
dramatic.
game,
That was
but,
dramatic.
And then the hands on the hips.
hands on hips. That's the.
Is that accurate?
That's a meme too. Was it the old guy?
So I was informed the other day that when I stand like that, it's actually means that it's a confidence thing. So I feel confident, evidently, when I stand like that.
Okay.
So maybe I don't know.
So if we ever get to you guys on a live stream and I see you stand like that, Coach is confident. Okay.
Oh, the girls will. I'll be standing like that in practice, and I won't even realize it, and they'll call me out on it.
Well,
so,
you get so focused in practice, don't
Yeah.
realize what you're doing.
Yeah,
Her
no, I
feet
don't.
always turn like this.
yeah, I don't think that happens.
So don't play poker because if you have a good hand, you'll probably be like this. And you
Yeah.
get your tell. That's a tell. That's what they call it.
She's
so.
Or-
doing it right now.
Or we have a picture in our locker
I have
room.
my hands on my legs.
Oh, we have a picture in our team room of her going like this and like her fist up in the air. think Ella printed that out, didn't you? The pictures on the
No,
whiteboard on the
it's what
team
the
room.
coach is going like.
Yeah.
Is
Well,
she-
the big three.
Yeah.
So is she animated both when she's mad and happy? Like, or is that just a once in a lifetime thing where she's
I think she
celebrated?
was cheering
Yeah.
when she did that.
Yeah, she's animated both ways.
Yeah.
I will say this: I appreciate animated coaches better than the coaches that just stand there with a stone-faced look, because that means they care.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the more animated your coach is, the more they care.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. That was 10 Spin. Thank you all for playing. That was a great. I mean, you guys should go in a theater or something like that. You know, that'd be great. Back to a couple more questions before we go to our final game. Coach, this year a lot changed in many sports. Divisional alignment. There's 7 divisions now instead of 4. What do you think of that? And does that benefit you guys not only this year but moving forward?
I mean, it's kind of early to tell. It's a little bit of kind of not really sure what that's going to look like right now. I mean, I think I'm comfortable in where we were just because I knew all of the coaches in my district and I was familiar with where they kind of go and things like that. So last year we were in Galion's district, which didn't pan out well for us. So with moving down to
Was that the 5-set match last year or 2 years ago against Galion
I think that was 2
in
years
districts?
ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
yeah,
They all blend together.
Yeah,
I've called
that
so many
was-
matches and tournaments.
when we had like I don't know.
I think it was,
that was
it was
before I
the
was there,
Ritz
but
Off twins and
Yes.
Abby
Yes.
Martin
They were
and Emma
like-
Scott.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
6,
Okay.
7 seniors that year.
Yeah,
so,
there was 8 seniors
Oh, there
that
you
year
go.
and a junior and a sophomore.
yeah, that was an exciting match. But
You were the lone sophomore?
No,
No.
it's not.
so yeah, I mean, just it'll be kind of interesting for me because it'll be getting to know new coaches when I go to meetings and just kind of learning how things kind of play out. And with being in that same group of coaches for so many years, you kind of just get comfortable. So it'll be interesting to see how it pans out. I think that it could work well for us down the road. This year, with it being the first one, we'll just kind of have to see. But I mean, we won't. Being in Division 3, you have Huron
Yeah.
and Galion, of course. But this at least puts us separate from those teams. Of course, I mean, in our area, we have a lot of good volleyball. So
Yes, we do.
it doesn't really matter what division we go into, there's going to be competition. So it doesn't matter. We'll have to step up and play whoever. And that just is, hats off to the coaches in our district overall. So
Well, also, like for a year like this year, would it be beneficial because some of these teams you might not have seen before, so they don't know how you play?
yeah,
Things like that.
absolutely. Yeah. And I think too, you get like this mental block as a team when you have to go up against a team that you know a lot about, and volleyball is such a mental game anyways. You're already like down a notch because you've already kind of played it out that a certain outcome is going to happen. So
Cam, you guys are playing in the Crestline Invitational coming up this week against, at least the schedule says, Ashland and River Valley. Thoughts on playing dual matches like this during the week? Do you like playing best of 3 sets matches, things like that, or you just like playing one team per night?
I like playing one team per night because I think it kind of gets us focused on one team, and I feel like that might kind of distract our brains saying, oh, there's more than one team here. We're going to have to think about all 3 teams and how their defense is and how their hitters and how their blocks are. So,
And then you guys actually get Bucyrus tomorrow.
yeah.
Ella, what's it going to take to knock off Bucyrus and get back on the right track here going into that invitational?
We definitely have to go in with confidence and keep our heads up and not let them get runs on us. I feel like that's where we really struggle. If we just keep pushing throughout the whole game, we can beat them.
Ella, are you one sport athlete? Do you play multiple sports?
I run track as well.
Okay. Summer, do you get into summer volleyball, things like that?
Not really.
What do you do during the summer?
I normally work.
Yeah. Okay. Cam, how do you spend your summers?
I'm normally in the weight room.
Yeah.
I was in the weight room a lot this summer for basketball and volleyball. But I try to kind of keep myself busy with sports.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to play at the next level?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like the dream maybe. I guess that's what you can say.
Mhm.
But yeah.
Coach, summer volleyball, I know for, baseball players do it during the summer basketball, things like that. How important is it to get some of your players out there during the summer just to keep at it to perfect their specific area volleyball-wise, especially with a young squad that you have?
Yeah. Anytime you can get kids in the gym and get their hands on a ball is super important for your program. So I'm hoping as, we move along, kids that are going to, they have to love the game and love to play. So, if you don't have that passion for it, you're not going to want to spend extra time doing it when you're out of season. So hopefully, like tonight actually was our first night for our little Eagles, which is our 5th and 6th grade, and they're going to be playing on Sundays starting this weekend. So we had a lot of kids show up. I think we had like 29, 30 kids.
That's great.
Had a huge number of kids show up for camp this past summer. So I'm hoping that, we're starting to kind of grow that with the younger kids so that it kind of pushes on through high school to where they'll get into club.
Yeah.
And last year, my daughter and I we did a satellite team through Black Swamp. And so tried to get some local kids that kind of could work around their basketball schedules. Cause I know that's, we're known for being a basketball school and softball school. So, I know that I have to work around that in order to help maintain kids playing more than just season.
And I see it all the time now with successful football teams like a Carey, like a Colonel Crawford, even like Lucas, where you get everything into these kids early on. You instill, like football teams, they put their offense in with the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th graders, the freshmen, the JV teams. Is that something that you're trying to put in at Colonel Crawford for even the younger ones, just the systems that you have at the varsity level,
Absolutely.
just so they know what they're going to do when they get there?
Yeah. Maybe not as complicated as like what a varsity squad would run, but definitely something to where we can transition them into middle school, step it up a little bit there in 7th and 8th grade, and then that way freshman year they would be ready to run a little bit quicker offense. So running quicks and things like that would be something that would be difficult as a 5th and 6th grader, just because you need a setter that can actually place the ball in those spots. But we're working toward that, and I think right now just getting kids to have a love and passion for the game will be something that's going to be what we need moving forward. So
Awesome. Cam, any advice for any of these younger players, even varsity but younger ones, just to keep things going at Colonel Crawford?
Be nice. You never know what anybody is going through in life, so I know it's really important for myself and some of the younger girls that I always say hi to them. I always ask them how their day was, and I think that makes a huge impression on them. It makes them smile, it makes them happy. So I think that's a big thing.
Be a friend, tell a friend something nice.
Yeah.
It could change their day. Shout out Pat McAfee. How long have you been playing volleyball?
Oh gosh. I started playing club in 5th grade? 5th grade maybe? I think so.
And how long did it take you to love it since you played for so long?
I loved it from the start.
Yeah.
My mom was a middle school coach at Crawford growing up, so I was always with her going to games and stuff, and I always loved watching the older girls play, so I think that kind of inspired little Cam to start playing volleyball.
What about you, Ella?
I started playing in 5th grade, and then what was the other question?
Did you start loving it immediately, or did you get into it? When did you start really liking volleyball?
Basketball had always been my favorite sport,
Yeah.
just because the program, when I was in elementary school, wasn't as good as it is now. So it was very disconnected. And then when I started high school is when it like switched to volleyball being my favorite sport.
And lastly, before we get into our final game, just Ella, what's it going to take? Not only, I asked this to coach earlier, to be successful for the rest of the year, but to build on that for your senior year.
I feel like team bonding is very important.
Mhm.
So if the team doesn't get along, we don't play as well.
Yeah.
And I think we're a lot closer than we were last year. And then losing only one senior, we'll still be close because everyone is friends with each other. So going into senior year, it'll be easier to play together as a team.
And Cam, do you have any advice for Ella as she'll probably take over one of the leadership roles that you had this year?
Just keep being a leader and keep pushing. You're a fantastic player, and I love everything about you.
You're gonna make me cry. All right, before the tears start falling, let's get into our final game, and then I'll let y'all switch places with the football team. But we're playing on the same page, so if you want to erase your shout-outs to
Wait, can I hold mine up?
Yeah, yes.
Oh, no,
Say
I
hello.
hold mine up.
Say
Hi, Mom.
Yeah. So this is on the same page. So the object of this game, girls, is you're going to have to match the answer of coach. So I'm going to say 5 statements, 5 questions, like I made the example earlier, the teammate with the worst shoes, and you have to match what her answer is. If you don't match it, you don't get a point. If you do match it, you get a point. The winner gets nothing, but you get bragging rights. So you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. First question, the teammate most willing to give up their body for a dig. Oh, coach, double thinking here. The teammate most willing to give up their body for a dig. And that's into the stands and the bleachers and the folding chair, the scores table, into somebody's legs. I don't know. Hopefully not. I don't want to tear an ACL that way, but
Oh, no.
this is a tough one. It's a tough one for Coach. Are we ready?
I think I
You
got
good?
I'm ready now.
We good?
I think I got it.
Yeah. Girls, hold it up in front of your face first. Tori, we got Ella's got a point.
Yup.
The story behind this is that she got a concussion by,
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, so she's our, likes to
Daredevil?
Yeah, well, she just hits the floor a lot, so, yeah.
All right. Question number 2. What player on the team is the team mom? Everybody's deep in thought this time. Cam, you ready?
No, we don't have
All right, girls first. Let's see. Zara. Coach. Bella.
Oh.
Y'all get it wrong. Why Bella, Coach? Since they didn't get it right.
I feel like Bella is very mature and, like, kind of doesn't hesitate to, like, tell someone if they're out of line, maybe.
Okay. Next question. I'll just say, Cam, girl from another team comes up, wants to get into a fight with Cam. What teammate would get right beside her, fight beside her?
Oh.
It's the teammate that will stand up for any of her teammates. Ella leads 1-0 in the third question here. Coach is thinking. Must be a lot of scrappers on this team. She's got to have to think.
All right, I'm going to go with an obvious choice. Okay.
We got it.
Girls first.
Yes.
Okay, you got to tell me about Emmy, Cam.
Oh. I mean, she's my little sister, and I feel like she's kind of by my side a lot of the time. Sometimes we fight in practice a lot. I think Jamie can agree with that a lot. We do kind of bicker at each other a lot, just like sisters do.
I feel like if Cam wasn't the one that you picked out to say the scenario for,
Okay. That
Cam
was
would
an
have been
example.
that would have been my choice
Okay, gotcha.
because she definitely would have been the first one to
Gotcha.
like
Okay.
be that person. But being the little sister, I feel like she would have her sister's back.
Gotcha. All right, next one. This might be a hot take. The teammate you would not trust to make dinner. Somebody that would even screw up making a peanut butter sandwich.
Peanut butter.
Ella still leads 2-1. 2 questions left. Ready?
No.
And- oh, no.
Hold on.
Coach, okay,
Sorry.
Coach, not
I'm
ready.
sorry.
We're good. You're good. You're good.
Okay, let's see. I'm going to go with. No.
Come
These
on,
are
Ja-
difficult.
Come on, Jamie. I need this point.
Because there's a lot of girls that don't know how to cook on, or there's
No,
everybody
because I
knows how
feel
to.
like a lot of them are very self-sufficient.
I gotcha.
So,
Okay.
I'm going to go with. Okay.
Girls first. Lexi, Cam, Coach, Abby.
You were gonna say Cameron.
She actually started with the C,
I was
then
going to say
stopped.
Cam, but then I feel like Cam
I'm a
also.
good cook.
That's why
What's
I
your specialty?
changed it.
We had team bonding at Ella's house, and I brought cinnamon rolls. I feel like everybody liked them for the most part. Whoever ate them.
Or they were just being nice since you're the only senior?
No, I actually am a good cook.
I'll take your word for
I
it.
feel like she could also be a team mom. Yeah.
Nice. You can be a Team Mom alumni too. Come back, root on, bring the orange slices.
And the
The
cinnamon
Sunny
rolls.
The cinnamon rolls.
The cinnamon
The
rolls?
homemade cinnamon rolls.
Mm-hmm. All right, last question. The teammate most likely to make Coach crazy.
Oh God.
She's quick to the pen this time. Cam needs one answer. Ella needs to not get it right for us to have a tie. If not, Ella wins. Nothing, but still, bragging rights. Girls? Well, everybody gets a point. Cam, what are you, why?
I don't know.
Because she does this.
I don't.
Well, we have our winner, Ella, with 3 right, Cam with 2. Ella, congratulations. You can go back to practice and say, I won. I beat the
will.
senior. There we go. Well, before I let y'all go, you wrote down some shout-outs, but if you want to look into the camera, we'll start with Coach, then we'll go to Ella, then we'll go to Cam. We'll shout out any people, as many people as you want. Now's your chance. Take it away, Coach. We'll look right into that camera right there.
Oh, okay. Just want to say hi to my kids, Harper, Carter, and Taylor, and my husband who just had a hip replacement surgery yesterday. He's maybe home watching us.
Shout out,
Hi.
prayers, thoughts and prayers, things like that, and the fam bam.
Yep, and the fam bam.
All right, Ella, your turn. You're looking at that camera on the right.
My mom, my dad, my grandparents, and Cadence and Jack, and Luke.
All right, and then Cam, if you want to look in the left camera right there.
Shout out to my mom, which she asked me if I was going to be on the Radio Shack, and I was very confused by what she meant, so I told her no. But shout out to anybody on the volleyball team who's watching this and the front row crew, because they always show up to every home game, and it makes me happy seeing them
Love
there.
the front
Yes,
row crew. Those
yes.
guys are awesome. I cover basketball, football, volleyball,
Yes, it's every
softball,
single time.
They're
Every
all up
single
there.
time they're in the gym, they are like, "Hi Cam, how was your day?" Volleyball, basketball games. It makes my day all the time.
Those
Yeah.
guys are the goats.
Yes,
Absolutely.
they are.
absolutely.
And also, just tell your mom you were on the VHS,
Yeah.
not the Radio Shack. All right. That'll do it for the volleyball team. Thank you very much
Yes,
for
thank
joining
you
us
for having
today.
us.
I had a blast, and best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
1-5 right now, but hey, it's early on. You can really turn things around. Just know, lot of time left.
Yes.
We're gonna take a break, but when we come back, the people sitting out there, those 2 guys on the right, plus Coach in the background, we're gonna have the Colonel Crawford, the 2-0 Eagles football team coming up after the break right here on the Coach's Corner, brought to you by Pizza Hut of Bucyrus and Galion.
I love pizza.
He's going to send a line drive down the field. It'll be fielded on the bounce. That is Schieffer. Schieffer finds a hole at the center. Schieffer turns on the burners. Schieffer could go. He's at the 50, 45. He's got one man to beat. Schieffer with the ball in his left hand. He's going to take it to the house. Whitford opens up the second half with the kick return touchdown.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
on the Coach's Corner, episode 2 of the season, brought to you by Pizza Hut of Bucyrus and Galion. No one out-pizzas the Hut like Pizza Hut of Bucyrus and Galion. It's football time here on the show as we welcome in the Colonel Crawford Eagles. 2-0. They've only needed to play one half of football in both of those games to be victorious as well. Welcome in head coach Jake Bruner. Coach, feeling pretty good right now, aren't we?
When you talk like that, I don't make me feel very good, actually. Yeah, but no, our guys have done a really good job. Number one, they've worked really hard, and I'm proud of how they've worked in the off season. And obviously, it's a lot better to be 2-0 than 1-1 or 0-2. So I am happy that way. But I know that we have some big games here in front of us, especially this week when we go to East Knox. So, just a lot of challenges ahead still.
Also want to welcome in our 2 players. First, Brennan Reber, defensive lineman. How you doing today, Brennan?
I'm doing pretty good.
And then Lucas Foy. Lucas also up for Phenom of the Week, so go to the OH Report under the video and vote for him. A little shout out. But how you doing, Lucas?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Back to what I just mentioned, Coach Bruner. 2-0, you big first half leads in both games against River and against Richmond Heights, outscoring your opponents in the first half. 89-6. What are the pros and cons of pretty much just playing first half football for the first 2 weeks of the season? I mean, the pro of it, nobody gets injured. You're rested up for the next week, but then also you're only playing pretty much 4 quarters and 2 games for your starters.
Yeah, football is a little different now because of the playoff picture. So anytime you get guys a little rest. It is a long season.
Yeah,
it's we've had 2 Thursday night games, which is very odd the way it's come out. And I think we've given 2 Saturdays off to our kids just because we know and we're hoping that we're going to have a longer season. And it's a grind. It's a grind.
Yes, it is. Brennan, what are your thoughts of having 2 Thursday night games? Usually you do get a Thursday night game the first week because you just going through the summer, preparing, and then it gets you an extra day. But back-to-back Thursday night games, it's very rare to have that happen. Just what are your thoughts on the interesting way your schedule started out?
I don't really care for it because I feel like it's weird going from Thursday night. Then you think you have the next day off and just film, but then you have school on Friday. And I just don't really like Thursday night games. I just don't feel like it's a good vibe of a Friday night game. I feel like Friday nights are more vibrant and out there than a Thursday night game.
Same thoughts, Lucas, or what do you think?
We played Thursday night last year down at Hannibal River, so going down there, knowing nothing about them, just knowing that they're a good football program. Same thing this year, they're a great football program, and going into week 2, Cardinal Stritch not having a football team, and being grateful that Richmond Heights was able to come down and play us. That's a huge deal for us because we would have probably went up to Michigan or went to Pennsylvania, so I'm just grateful that we got a week 2 game for that.
Yeah. And let's go back to that River game real quick. They brought a lot back. You knew what they had, but you took it to them early and often. Just how pleased were you with that performance after playing pretty much the same team last year and needing a late comeback to knock them off?
We started off a little slow. Same thing last year. 14-0 right off the rip for Hannibal River. They scored a touchdown early this year. We didn't really freeze up real much. We punched it right down their throats to respond back, and we didn't quit. And we showed that we're still contenders.
Coach, one good thing about having a second Thursday night game is you get an extra day or 2 to prepare for East Knox. Now, East Knox, tough loss to Northridge by 1 in week 1, but then they go out and pretty much handle your rival in Winford in week 2. You got to head down there. They got the bull horns, the train horns, and all that stuff that they have down at Chet Looney Stadium. But I guess what is the benefit of getting an extra day or 2 to prepare for East Knox?
From a coaching standpoint, we got to go. We were there. We went and watched the East Knox Winford game live, which
you mentioned that on the pigskin.
Which is really nice because video's great. You can rewind it and all that great stuff.
Great too.
Well, it is. But seeing a game live and hearing people in the crowd and picking up things that you wouldn't normally see, and that is a great environment to watch a football game.
It's cool.
The fans are on top of you. My son's a senior, and he wanted to go with me. He goes, "Dad, I love playing here." And I go, "Really?" I go, "Man, the people are on top of you." He goes, "It's a great environment." He's right. You walk in there and the people are on top of you. The cowbells and the horns are going off, and it's a loud experience, and it's just a different environment. So it was nice to be able to see them live against the team. Obviously, Winford, what we know about. So and it was good to see those people live, and obviously, we know we have a tough task to deal with. Northridge. hasn't periodically been that good. But lately, I mean, they're 2-0 for a reason.
Yeah, they beat 2K Mac
Yeah,
teams.
so and that's a bigger school, and they seem to have it together right now, and so we know that they might be 1-1 right now, but that was a tough loss week, won by a small portion, and they got some, the LA kid's man, he's a tough kid. You have a lot of respect for how he runs the ball and how he tackles, and the Lester kid, I watched his brother take him to the Final Four, and then you can see the growth he's made from a sophomore year to a junior year. So we know it's going to be a tough task for us.
You were just talking, Brennan, about Thursday, kind of throwing the vibe off. You excited to get down to Chet Looney Stadium? It's a crazy place. It's a Friday night, and it's a big game early on in the season.
Yeah, I do like playing at those type of environments. I feel like we play better. I mean, Cary, I feel like that's a great environment to play at.
Yeah.
I feel like it gets us more pumped up. I like the fans being on top of us. It's nice to be right there. I feel like it just makes us play overall better.
Lucas, what's your favorite venue to play at outside of Colonel Crawford High School?
I mean, I was a starter for 2 years ago when we we beat Cary at Cary, and I thought that was the best environment we played ever. That was a great environment. I'll never forget that game. Great night. It was a great night.
Now, I mean, I think anybody would say Hall of Fame Stadium would be a great place to play at. Just kidding there, but yeah, it's there's a lot of great venues around here, Coach. What's the favorite place for you to coach at?
Well, I got to coach in the North-South game at Massillon. That was pretty cool. I played college football, so I got to play at Mount Union when Mount Union originally broke Oklahoma's win streak record of 59 in college football, and that was against Otterbein, who I played for. And we were on ESPN, so that was like
You're saying you played for them?
No, Mount Union beat Otterbein at Mount Union, and I was on the team at Otterbein, so I got to play in the game where they beat Oklahoma's streak. So it was a packed house, and we were on at that time we were on ESPN2, which was a big deal.
The Deuce.
They
called it the Deuce.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Did you get in? Did you get like a couple tackles?
Oh yeah, I got a couple tackles. Most of them were downfields after they beat us pretty harshly.
They announced your name on ESPN. That's got to be something cool, though.
They did. So that was probably those are things that I remember. So those are some of the venues. I mean, there's a lot of great venues, a lot of great Winford. Play games with Winford at Winford and Colonel Crawford, obviously, and there's a lot of great venues around. Cary being one of those.
Yeah. Let's talk about your first two games, just the performance of your team so far early on. Rushing wise, you have 3 backs that are averaging 10 yards per carry, over 100 yards rushing. You have Lucas and Parker over 100 yards receiving. You have 2 guys that can throw the ball, have over 150 yards passing. Just how important is it to have that balance, especially early on in the season, to get that going for when you really need it down the line against a Cary, maybe a Seneca East or a Mohawk or a Winford?
I think what I like about our team is that it's going to probably be a different person almost every night. I know I think maybe game 1 it was this person. Lucas had a big game last week,
yes,
and John DeGray had a couple big catches in week 1 versus River. Parker had some big catches as well. I think it's going to be a different person every week, and that's just kind of the team we are right now. When we first met this summer when the season started, I looked at our guys and I said, we only have 8 seniors on our team right now, and to be honest, we have a really small boys class. This group of seniors for us has never had a big class. I mean, I was coaching them when they were in 6th grade, and it's been a small group of guys, but they've been very loyal and hardworking and very selfless. And we have a big junior class, and we have a lot of sophomores playing. So we're kind of a young team, but at the same time, we're talented in the skill level. And, every week there's some maturity from somebody and some people that stick out. Rowan Thu and Parker Weithman played for us as freshmen last year. Probably weren't ready, but we really didn't have anybody else that could do it. And that experience last year has helped them as sophomores to be kind of a experienced sophomore rather than the first-time player. Yeah. And then you bring back, the 8 seniors we have, they all played last year. I mean, they either started or played a big role for us, and on both sides of the ball, really. So we have a little bit of a mixture, but at the same time, you add, some different elements to our team. It's probably going to be a different person every night. It's not going to be about them. It's going to be about us. And as long as we can accept our role and continue to work hard and get better, I like our team. It's just that could be the positive and the negative to that. I really do think that, going forward, that will be something that we can really hang our hat on.
Offensively, Lucas, how important is it to have that balance? Have Connor and Dominic, Avery, running game, and then Parker as well with the receiving that opens things up to where you could get a big play. Anybody could get a big play on offense because you have so many pieces.
I think it's very important. I mean, there's going to be some nights that we're going to be struggling to run the ball or we're going to be struggling to pass the ball, and teams are going to be like, Colonel Crawford can throw the football and run the football. So I think we have great receivers that we can throw the ball to. I'm very confident in our 2 quarterbacks. I'm confident in our 3 running backs. So I think our offense is very, very important to stop this year.
And on the defensive side, Brennan, team so far in 2 games, 7 sacks, 17 tackles for loss. You have a tackle for loss as well. 4 fumble recoveries, forced 2 more fumbles, have an interception. Just on the other side, so many guys that can make plays. 6 different guys have sacks this season. Just how important is it to have that many guys that can make a play to open things up?
I think it's really important that we have that many because that way teams have to second guess which way they have to run, and they're not going to have a designated side to run to. And with us having really good defensive ends and down linemen, it kind of makes it hard for them to get the ball moving sometimes. So I think it's important to have weapons on both sides.
And those weapons have made you guys 2-0 so far, looking good early on. Let's get to our first game, shall we? It's called Boomers versus Zoomers. So what I'm going to do, I have 10 questions for you from a year of my choosing back in the day. 10 pop culture questions. And we're just going to see how many of you guys can answer, and we'll keep track and let you know if you guys can pull it out. I think it was Northmore's football team won or tied with the golf team or something like that last year during the fall. So we'll see if you guys can do it. But the year is 1998. I was 10 years old. Coach was 1 year out of high school. He was in college playing against Mount Union in that streak. So we know these answers probably. Boys, I will say you get 2 challenges. If you need, you get 3 challenges actually. They're like lifelines. Have you seen the show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yeah.
The older folk we have, yes. Coach Valentine, yes. So you get 2 lifelines for Coach. Well, you get 1 lifeline. You get him, you get me, and you get the peanut gallery. So you get a host, you get a coach, and you get a peanut lifeline. And that'll be for me. I'll give you an extra clue. Coach, he can help you answer, and then the peanut gallery can help you answer as well. Even Dan Messerschmidt back there can help you out if he can. But without further ado, let's get going with Boomers versus Zoomers, the most popular game on the Coach's Corner. Number 1, this movie spent the first 18 weeks at number 1 at the box office about a ship that sank. And you can just tell me. You don't have to write it down. If you want to write it down, you can. Titanic is correct. And I appreciate Adam for fixing the typo that I had. We'll just say it didn't say ship on the thing I sent.
Oh.
Okay. Number 2. You're 1 for 1 so far. Question number 2. This actor that played Han Solo and Indiana Jones was named the year's sexiest man alive.
Harrison Ford.
You darn right. 2 for 2.
I know my Star Wars.
That's right.
Smartest man alive right here. Brendan. Number 3. Nearly 25 years before the slap heard round the world, this actor and music artist topped the charts with the song Getting Jiggy With It. Who is the artist?
No clue. Really? I have no idea.
Yeah, lifeline.
Lifeline.
Well, do you want peanut, host, or coach? Lifeline.
Peanut.
Peanut gallery. Who was it? You got it right. Will Smith.
No clue. I didn't know.
I don't know.
He got slapped.
He slapped. Who was it?
He slapped
Chris Rock last year. The slap heard round the world.
He kind of told you.
Get my wife's name out your mouth. Slap, you know?
Okay.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
I
slap
got
heard
you.
round the world.
Okay.
Hey, you got the guess. 3 for 3. Still have 2 lifelines remaining. Number 4. This iconic TV sitcom aired its final episode on NBC in 1998. Characters included Jerry, George, Elaine, and Kramer. What show was it?
I'm gonna say Full House.
No, that's not.
What's up with that? No? You going with Full House?
It's not full out.
It's not Full House, but that's wrong. No, I don't know.
You got lifelines too.
I don't know if he's a lifeline though, too. not using it. No, I'm not using it.
So,
All right, it's wrong. It is Seinfeld.
You guys not seen that?
It's still in syndication too. It's still playing on TV. But you guys aren't watching TV because you're focusing on your studies and practice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
All right, number 5. You're 3 for 4 so far today. Number 5. These two Major League Baseball sluggers spent the summer chasing and surpassing Roger Maris's single-season home run mark of 61. Who were the two baseball players?
McGuire and Sammy Sosa.
You are darn right. Mark McGuire, Sammy Sosa, juiced baseballs, juiced bats, and juiced muscles. That was a fun year. That was a fun summer, though, wasn't it, Coach?
It was.
That was some great baseball to watch. All right, you guys are 4 for 5 halfway through.
Right.
Question number 6. The first of a record-breaking series of books that were later turned into a successful movie franchise was released in the United States. It was about a school for witches and wizards.
Harry Potter?
Harry Potter.
What was the first book name? Do you remember?
I don't.
Oh,
I just went. You got it right. But
I don't know.
Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
Oh, okay.
Or in the UK, it's called the Philosopher's Stone. But you got it right. 5 for 6. Question number 7. Pop music took off when this artist released her first single, "Baby One More Time."
Oh, that's
You don't
You guys have
you
already
don't
been
need-
used,
you
so the
don't need
peanut
it.
gallery cannot play. But I know.
Britney Spears.
You got. Who was it, girls? No, I was saying. Yeah, he got it right. It was Britney Spears. I just want to get it. Ella, you want to sing it? "Baby One More Time"?
No.
That's Nelly, so that's a good song too. All right. Well, nonetheless, they did get it right. Britney Spears. Let's get the train back on the tracks here. We're good. All right. 6 for 7 so far. Doing good, boys. Question number 8. This is popular. I loved watching this every day. This show on MTV aired counting down the top 10 music videos of the day. What was the name of the show? They did actually air music videos on MTV at one point. It was cool. What was the show?
Say it.
There's 3
Say it.
letters.
Say yes.
If you can just say the 3 letters of it. Does Coach know?
I know. I used to watch the show.
Right?
I'm thinking right now.
You do have 2 lifelines left, and this is the third from last question. So
Use it.
Use a lifeline.
use a lifeline. You want host or coach?
Post.
We'll do host.
Let me see. Let me think of something else. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
I
it
thought-
is.
I can't remember the other two.
First letter was T.
Yes, that's what I got.
3 letters. Total was the first name. Total.
No, I'm lost.
I don't know.
Last letter was L. No?
I don't know.
TRL, Total Request Live.
I know it.
Yeah, MTV did not just do reality shows back in the day. They actually had music videos, and it was
Big
remember
thing.
Spring Break?
Yep.
All that stuff. It was crazy days for us folk back then. Anyway, 5 of 7, or 6 of 8, I should say, right so far. 2 questions remaining. Number 9, the NBA championship went to this team on their last dance, defeating the Utah Jazz in 4-2. Who was the team?
Chicago Bulls.
You darn right. Chicago Bulls. The Last Dance was based off of that. You think Jerry Krause should have been put into the crap like they did in that movie? Did they treat him too harshly, I should say?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jordan did not like him, I'll just say that. All right, final question, and if you do need your lifeline for coach, you can use it on here. This team won the 1998 NCAA basketball championship in Tubby Smith's first year as head coach.
Kentucky.
You got it right. Tubby Smith and the University of Kentucky.
I don't know any basketball.
Who did they beat?
Do you know who they beat?
I need a hint for that.
They are a new team to the Big 12 this year. They were a 3 seed in their region. They actually, their closest game, until their closest game, they lost to my West Virginia Mountaineers by 3 in the second round. That was the buzzer beater to beat Bob Huggins in the first round of West Virginia State. But this team, they're red. Now in the Big 12.
Is Utah in the Big 12 now?
Yeah. That was it. It was Utah.
Was it really?
Utah, yeah. They went as a 3 seed. They upset, I forget which 1 seed it was, but then they beat Carolina in the Final Four. What? Arizona. Yeah, they beat number 1 Arizona, and they beat 10-seeded West Virginia in the second round. They ended up making it to the Final Four, beat Carolina, and then they lost by, I think it was 7 points to Kentucky in that championship game. Tubby Smith he was the first African-American coach to coach for Kentucky. If you've seen the movie Glory Road, Adolph Rupp was one of the last coaches to recruit African-American players. All right, let's get back to some questions real quick before we go to 10 spin and wrap things up here. Let's vote. We've talked about the early season. Now let's talk about what you guys want to do moving forward. First, I'll talk with you, Coach. Asked about what you liked. Are there anything that you want your team to work on here as we get ready for East Knox and then move on further? Because I know sighting up a little bit down the line is a carry squad coming to Crawford, which the last couple of years has determined the Northern 10 championship.
Sure. I think we just have to mature as a group. We have a lot of mature players on our team, but we have young players playing in a lot of spots too that just have to mature. Some of them are in new positions and they're growing every day, and things are going to happen through the season. People will get hurt, and people are going to step in and play different positions and do things like that. So if I had to say anything, just we got to continue to mature as a group. Everybody wants to talk about Cary, but there's, Seneca East has got a nice team this year.
Yes,
Mohawk has a nice team this year. Obviously we're going to East Knox on Friday, and they have a nice team. So, we're going to play Winford week 10, which is a long way away from now, but it'll be here before you know it. There's a lot of good football teams in our conference. So, it's just not Cary. There's a lot of teams that we're going to have to face that we know are going to have big challenges for us.
I do like the fact that the rivalry games are in week 10. They do that in the KMAC too. Do you like that? Or
well, it's just random.
Yeah.
Our league resets every 2 years. So the bottom 2 schools, like last year, I think our last 2 games were Buckeye and Mohawk, or Mohawk and Buckeye. Those are now the first 2. So it just does that every 2 years. I like the rivalry thing that they do.
Yeah.
The week 10, I think that is kind of cool. But it's weird to play Winford week 10. Just to think that far away. But obviously we saw them Friday night when they played East Knox. But it's interesting. But there's a lot of great teams. We just got to continue to mature as a group. Obviously we have kids with experience, but we have a lot of kids that are playing that it's either their first time, they're playing a new position, or they're just young.
Yeah.
They're talented. They're just young.
Gotcha. Brendan, on the defensive side, what would you like to see your guys shore up, get better as the season goes on?
I like to see honestly a little more quickness. I feel like sometimes we're a little slow off the ball. I'd like to see a little more communication too, especially in the louder games. It's going to get rough. I feel like East Knox and the Cary games and Winford games, it's going to be a little rougher to hear just because they're harder teams and they're really reliable teams to play. So I think communication and speed really.
And then on the offensive side, Lucas?
I'm going to say communication is a big thing for us, especially this week. Going to East Knox is going to be a hostile environment for us. We're going to have to play fast. We're going to have to communicate, and we're going to have to play smart, quick off the ball. All the things that Brendan said translates on the offense as well.
Coach, talked about it a little bit earlier, Elliott and Lester, but what is your scouting report on the Bulldogs since you were there, other than the loudness of Chet Looney Stadium and the craziness, things like that? But what did you see? What did you like from the team, and what may pose some difficulties for you guys, especially early on in that game?
Yeah, we started playing them. I think this is going to be the 3rd game we played in our series. So, the first couple years we've kind of watched them grow. Last year they went 7-5 and had a big kind of comeback year in the KMAC and had a little run there in the playoffs. Felt like we played really well week 3. I'll be honest. I told our team this the other night that last year week 3 I really thought we might get beat at our place because I thought they were better than us going into the game. We really matured from week 1, week 2 to week 3, and I saw a team that could really do something last year after when we played East Knox. We had a lot of respect for them. They were big, they were physical, had a great back, great quarterback. That team now is a different team, but they're also very much more mature from a skilled position, and they're ready to take the next step. And they're going to have a great season, and they're going to get even better as the years go on.
Brennan, what are you looking forward to be playing down there at East Knox?
One big thing, obviously, is the environment. I do like playing in those places, but I'm really just excited to be like right there with all the fans and stuff that are gonna be right there. They're gonna be right there seeing us and supporting us. Obviously, a lot of the fans come to the games and stuff and support us. I mean, last year when we all the way to Hannibal River, a lot of the fans still came to the game, which is really surprising. It's a 4.5 hour drive. I mean, but other than that, not really much else.
To be victorious on Friday night, the first Friday night game. It's crazy to think it's week 3, your first Friday game. But to be victorious, what do you guys need to do, especially early on, to get that momentum?
We're gonna have to come out with some fire. I mean, we're gonna have to come out with some fire. We're gonna have to play with speed. We're gonna have to, when things don't go right, we're gonna have to say next play mentality. Don't give up the big play. Keep everything in front. That's what we gotta do.
All right, let's get into our final game before we wrap up these things. It's 10 spin part 2. So, like we did with the girls earlier, we got a little number generator going on right here. When you say stop, it'll stop on a number, and I will ask you the question that is next to that number. Lucas, start us off. Say stop whenever you want.
Stop.
Number 3, the team we must beat this year is
The team that we play this week. Team that's
every team.
Yep.
That's a good answer. I was looking for one team, but you said all of them. I like that. I like that. It's actually the best answer I got out of that in the last 2 years we've done that. So well done. I will remember that. All right, Brennan, go for it. Say stop whenever you want.
Stop.
Number 6. What's your favorite song?
Oh gosh. No, I did not want to answer this. Oh gosh, I'd have to say probably Destructo. It's a rock song.
You got to give us a line from it, man.
I cannot give you no line.
Can you at least in sentence
You can't.
form?
Well, you can't really even understand it. It's a heavy metal rock song. You can't even really understand. It's just yeah, that's what it sounds like. Yeah.
Brennan has one fear, and it was that he would have to sing today.
Yeah,
He still has one more chance to do that in this game as well. Can you just mumble something?
No, I'm not doing that.
Okay.
Nope.
All right. No need to blush, man. It's only internet, but we're good. All right, Coach.
Yeah.
Whenever you're ready.
Stop.
Number 2. What movie star would play you in a movie?
I don't even know too many actors today that look like me, so I'm gonna try to think of someone right now. What's the guy's name that's in? What's the guy's name that's in Shallow Hal? Jack Black.
Okay.
Jack Black.
Yeah, boys agree with that. Okay.
I agree.
Would he be as animated as you on the sidelines?
Probably. Yeah.
Oh,
Would he be?
for sure.
100%.
Yeah. Okay. Jack Black. We'll get him on the phone. See if he can come down here and make an appearance. All right, Lucas. Second time around out of 3. Whenever you're ready, say stop. Number 5. Hey, sing the alma mater for us, will ya?
I'm not gonna sing today.
Maybe talk through the words, man.
Do you know the words?
I don't think I know.
Oh no.
Does anybody in this building know the alma mater?
Well, Bruner should know, obviously.
I'm a Colonel Crawford grad.
Yeah?
You think I'd do a better job?
Well, you just put yourself in the sing it.
Am I supposed to sing it really?
Yeah. Well,
I was in choir for 4 years.
yeah.
Our strong band can never be broken. What are you laughing about? It will never die. So there you go. That's enough.
Hey, more than 8. So hey, perfect. Well done.
I can do the whole thing, but little pressure right now.
Hey.
Yeah.
Do you guys sing that after every game?
We do, and it's wonder why they don't know the words if they're singing. You know what I mean? How can
You sing.
Luckily, we have a great band that does a great job. Thank you, Mr. Cooper.
Yeah. All right, Brennan, whenever you're ready, say stop.
Stop.
Number 10. It's a hot dog, a sandwich.
I'd say yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Explain your reasoning why a hot dog is a sandwich.
I mean, It's a piece. It's a something that has a bun on top and a bun on the bottom. I guess I don't know.
And it's just fused on the end. It's like somebody.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Could it be
I
a
think
taco?
it's a sandwich.
You know, tacos have the sides and stuff.
Taco no.
I gotta get somebody to think of. I mean, it looks like a taco. I mean, whatever.
Tacos usually have hard shells. Usually.
Yeah. Well,
And it doesn't
depends on the
include
bread. If
clothes.
you got some used bread in there, like
Yeah, I guess.
crunchy. I don't know. Toast. I don't know, whatever. Coach, whenever you're ready, say stop.
Stop.
Number 1. Your least favorite subject when you were in school was what?
Math.
Why?
Well, I didn't like science either. I really liked phys ed, lunch, and recess.
Man, that's my kind of coach right here.
That's
Is it?
that's one.
All right, last time around, Lucas.
Stop.
Number 4. If you could live in any decade, what would it be and why?
Probably the 90s because
Amen, brother.
Because my parents talk about how great the 90s were.
They were
'cause
very great.
They grew up in the 90s, so I'll probably just have to say the 90s.
Things were cheap. Gas was under $1. You could play outside until the lights came on. Your mom yelled on the back porch. It literally happened. That's
awesome.
It was great TV too. TRL actually showed videos back then as well. But no, the 90s were awesome. Brennan, 3 more left.
Stop.
Number 8. Well, it's another food question. Does pineapple belong on a Pizza Hut pizza?
Nope.
Well,
No.
So quick to answer. Why? Have you ever tried it?
It's nope, and I'm not going to. I'm a guy. I like what I like.
Try it before you deny it.
No, I like what I like is what I like. I don't like
Okay.
to change stuff. I
Okay.
like keep it original.
What's your original? Just pizza, cheese, pepperoni.
pizza and
That's
cheese. Not pepperoni even.
Just cheese.
Just cheese.
Okay. I know, do we have some cheese left over there? I don't know. Do you eat the Pizza Hut cheese? Some bacon ranch. All right, Coach. I'm just gonna number 7, Adam. If you want to throw that one up, because once again, the impression of Coach will be just for you two. But this is the second Coach I've asked. Give us a hot take, sports-wise. Hot take
Hot take on what?
on sports. Anything.
Anything sports?
Yeah. Something to get people going.
Wow.
Like I said, like a hot take for me, probably because people look, Jordan's still better than LeBron. People,
yeah.
something like that.
You know, the hot take. I saw some TikTok reel or something that LeBron was talking about how deep the NBA is, and Jordan wouldn't be as successful if you played in today's era. And I was just thinking the whole time, what would make somebody say something so stupid? You know what I mean? That's exactly what I was thinking. It gets my blood boiling when people say stuff like that. Like, I watched every game I could of the Bulls when I was in college and high school, just because. I mean, it could be a regular season game because it was fun to watch. Because every night they played hard.
Yes, they did.
They don't play hard.
They came
every
out
night.
with bruises.
Yeah.
Bloodied.
Yep. And besides the time when Michael Jordan broke his ankle, he played in every game.
Yep.
And it didn't matter how old he was, and he gave his best effort. And we don't get that today, and that's why people don't watch. And that's why it irritates me. And I don't even watch the NBA. I don't even watch the
college
NFL.
basketball.
I hardly watch the NFL because until they get the playoffs, it's like, eh.
That's a hot take right there. All right, boys, you get number 9. Give me your best impression of Coach.
Go first.
Oh boy.
Oh, me first.
You had one.
Yeah, I know, but I just had another one and I just lost it. Definitely when it's hot, especially during our tour days. You know, Coach Brewer would always be walking around saying, "I got the juice, boys. I'm bringing the juice today."
You even got the voice a little bit in there. I like that.
You stole mine.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Yeah, so we have a teammate named Connor McMichael. And,
You know him?
And Connor always says that he's always going to bring the juice in. When Coach Brenner always sees him slacking or walking around, Coach Brenner's always saying that, I'm bringing the juice today, Connor. I'm always bringing the juice today. You're not bringing the juice today, or something along the lines of that. You always got to give Connor a hard time.
Apple juice, orange juice, Sunny D. What does he bring?
Listen, I'm just trying to,
Hype juice.
They kind of skipped the part where I say, listen, I'm a fat 40, I'm 46 now, but
Yeah.
fat 45, I'm a fat 45-year-old with big ears and bald head, but I got more juice than half these young people out here. That's what I always tell them. So,
You're a man. You're 40. Something like,
yeah,
like that.
and it's a short burst, obviously.
Yes. You save it for Friday night. That's why.
Yeah.
All right, before I let you guys go, if you want to give some shout-outs, Coach, I'll let you go first. You're looking at the camera ahead of you. Give anybody a shout-out you like.
I'd like to shout out to my wife, Sarah Bruner.
Short and simple. Brandon, the camera on the right.
I like to shout out to my mom, dad, my grandparents, and probably my girlfriend.
Probably your girlfriend?
Yeah, okay, my girlfriend. Sorry, my girlfriend.
What's her name?
Bailey Betts.
There you go.
Oh, she's
Not probably, but not anymore. Not probably.
I should have said it. Oh, I messed up, man. I messed up. No, it's okay.
We're not live or anything. Lucas.
Shout out to my parents, teammates, and my girlfriend as well. So.
What's her name?
Aubrey Zizzo.
There we go.
Yep.
Aubrey Zizzo. Another player that's been on the OH Report as well. And also, we want to shout out all of you for watching. I want to thank the Colonel Crawford volleyball team that's still here watching. Shout out. And shout out the football team also. Also, Dan Messerschmidt back there. John, if you're back there as well. From the studio here for having us. But yeah, most importantly, we want to thank you guys for watching. This has been the second episode of this season. It's Colonel Crawford football and volleyball. But we're going to get out of here Thursday, OH Report. A couple live streams going your way, and then football Friday night. Make sure after the WQEL game on the radio to tune into the Friday night phone board with Davey Jones. And then at 11:30, we'll have the Friday night pigskin. Brian Skoronsky, myself, and many more. We'll go over our highlights as well as scores from around the area. But that'll do it. Y'all have a great night. This has been the Coach's Corner, brought to you by Pizza Hut of Bucyrus and Galion. We'll see ya.